Today we're talking about the Green Lion, and no surprise, it's more of the same from Matty Collector. Hey everybody, it's Adam from CollectionDX, and yes, today we are indeed talking about the Green Lion from Matty Collector's Voltron Classics line. Those tuning in waiting for another rant, I'm kind of all ranted out. There's no real surprises with the Green Lion release here. Some stuff is good, or actually improved in some cases, and other stuff just plain out sucks as usual. So pretty much I got a great lion and a poopy figure. But before we get into that, in the package, which apologies I do not have here, it was a casualty of my recent move. Inside you got your Green Lion, a mouth blade, of course the Pidge figure, and a stand. Now the Pidge figure, of course, also comes with two heads, the helmeted head and the unhelmeted head. Of course, my helmeted head looks, well, dumb. I'm wondering if it's just misassembled there, but it's literally sitting on his forehead too high. And if you look at the prototype images, it's not supposed to be that way, so it's not a bad sculpt. I think it's just a bad assembly. Otherwise, I don't have any reverse limbs, so hey, points for that. The unhelmeted head, however, looks a lot better. It doesn't make up for the childbearing-like hips and just the dorky proportions on him. It's not horrible. It's not great. And, you know, obviously, if I wanted to get in there and take that helmet off the head and tear it apart, I could probably fix that. Maybe I will at some point. All right, so the Green Lion itself is actually slightly improved here. You all may remember that with the Red Lion, I should hope you remember, with the Red Lion, the elbow joint was molded in color. Here, let me get on the camera. It was molded in color and then painted over. However, the paint applications they were putting on that joint were pretty lackluster, and was pretty worn off by the time I got around to doing my review. Kudos to Mattel. Apparently they took the input and have opted to use a much heavier coat of paint. Sadly, however, it's still a coat of paint, and although it will take longer for it to wear off, it is indeed beginning to wear off. So, no matter what, over time, your lion's elbows are going to look like poop. Other thing to notice here is the other thing that was really different, you know, sculpt-wise it looks good. The legs on mine are actually tighter and better than they were on the Red Lion. Not that mine were horrible. As you can see, the Red Lion had a bit more slack there in the back end of the legs. This guy is much, much tighter. It's a much better sample. Something I have noticed here is on the Red Lion, they did not paint in the sides of the faces. This is something that's everyone's sample is like. On the Green Lion, they have opted to paint in the faces, so now your right and left hands don't match. Way to go, Mattel. The cockpit itself, as you remember, the whole gimmick with this is that, you know, the action figures fit inside and the whole 9 yards. The doors don't really stay tight closed very well. It's one extreme or the other, apparently, with these guys. You can't get it to just work properly. It's either, you know, next to impossible to open without your silly little key, or, you know, the doors don't stay shut. It's as if the spring here inside the lock mechanism is just way too loose. I know I'm not the only one who's having that sort of issue. But other than that, and don't get me wrong, it will stay closed when you're handling it. It's just that, you know, if you bump it, it will just watch. Hang on. Oop. Oh, look. Oops. I'm just playing with it. You know, it'll pop open. Luckily, my stickers are all straight. All the joints are tight. Springs are good. All in all, it's a good sample. No surprises. It is what it is. Transformation. Oh, if you guys really need me to show you this point, come on. It's pretty straightforward. Legs go in. Tail goes in. Pull the peg out, and voila, you've got Voltron's arm. You know, I mean, I'm happy with the proportions. I like it. The nephews have been getting a kick out of playing with these. Interesting side note, the key gimmick to open the doors that everyone's like, oh, they did it for kids. The reality is that whole gimmick has been nothing but a point of frustration for the nephews. Trying to get that yellow lion open while holding the key in and pulling not kid friendly. So I think that whole key gimmick is just a complete effing bust. Yeah, certainly don't be, my advice stands. There's no surprises here. I didn't get a terribly bad figure. I didn't get a terribly bad lion. Some folks have reported getting faces that are scratched up or have yellow paint on them. Some folks have been reporting having plastic showing 2 different colors here. But the reports seem minor. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of those. So may God have mercy on your soul if you have to exchange one through customer support. So at this point, I'm out of stuff to say about it, folks. It's we're waiting for the last 2 pieces. It's just a waiting game. I know what to expect with the blue lion. It really is holding out to see what's going to happen when we get the black lion. That's October. So, hey, I do want to say I saw images of the finished piece assembled. It was Voltron at from San Diego Comic-Con, and I got to say the finished piece looked better than the prototype. Still skeptical the legs are going to stay on, but who knows. One thing I wanted to point out real quick before I say goodbye to you folks is the whole Collect and Connect thing. I'm still bullshit that they did indeed bait and switch us. They very clearly stated that they were going to, we're making a light up Connect and Connect card. And no, that's not at all what we got. We instead, we didn't get a light up thing. So whatever, all right. I got over the bitter pill of that. And, basically they're sending a piece of the Blazing Sword, lion by lion, till you're going to build up this sword that's on fire. So for, 2 out of 3 we got in order, so you build it. And then they skipped an assembly piece and gave you this. So they even fail at, doing their own stupid toy gimmick thing right. I'm sure, production, something went wrong and we had to move things around and it's not our fault. Whatever. So I just keep this crap in a bag and we'll see how it all is when it all comes together. But don't be paying aftermarket prices for this. Buy it on clearance next year when they do a gift set or something. So, till next time, folks, I'm Adam.